Hello, my sages, and welcome. I am Indigo Sage, an awakened soul, coming at you with this video to discuss original tarot spreads by me. All right, but first, I want to let you guys know that I have a website about the spiritual awakening process. I encourage every one of you to go and check it out. That is a community that I'm building where we all can freely speak about our spiritual awakening experiences. Alrighty, and again, that's entitled unapologeticallysage.com. You can also find unapologeticallysage.com on Instagram as well as Facebook. All right, so let's get started. Tales of Tarot Original Spreads by Indigo Sage. The original spread that I am introducing in this video is entitled Angel Apex Dream Clarifier. All of my original spreads are born out of a need. Whenever I need information and cannot find a tarot spread that fits, I will meditate on those specific needs that are not being met, and my guardian angels will show me the spread to use. From my meditations, I have numerous original spreads that work really, really well. Allow me to introduce the Angel Apex Dream Clarifier. The purpose of this tarot spread is to give you insight on the message that angels have sent you during your sleep. There's no need to remember the specifics of your dream because this spread is clarifying the angel message instead of interpreting the dream. There is a huge difference between clarifying and interpreting when it comes to dreams. I take the liberty of doing a deep dive into those differences while providing more details on how I created this tarot spread in an article on my website at unapologeticallysage.com. You can read the article by going to the website and clicking the Tales of Tarot tab, or you can click the link that will be in the description box below, along with how to receive a personal reading from me. Now, let's sage this out. How to form the Apex spread. So first you're going to prep your tarot deck for a reading, and that means however you shuffle it, whatever your cleansing prayers are, however you go about normally prepping your deck right before you do a reading, that's what you need to do first. Then you're going to hold the deck in your dominant hand with the cards facing down. So they will all be in one pile, okay? And you're going to hold it in your dominant hand. I'm left-handed, and so my dominant hand is left hand, and so really this shouldn't be anything new to you. It's just, it should naturally come to you, whatever you naturally do. But the point of this is letting you guys know it will all be in one stack at this point. So the third step is you will form the apex with 2 cuts, creating 3 equal piles, okay? The first cut will come from the bottom of the deck. The bottom of the pile will be the bottom of the top pile in the number 1 position, which is the apex. So, you know, in some of the ways that we cut the deck, usually it starts from the top. This one begins from the bottom, okay? So with the deck in one hand and the cards facing down, which means that you're seeing the back of the card, you're not seeing the face of the card, you're going to put your first pile down as the first cut. Now in your hand, you should still, because these piles need to be equally proportioned, okay? And so you'll still have the majority of the cards in your hand, all right? So the new bottom of the pile will be the bottom of the pile in the number 2 position, leaving you with the last pile for the number 3 position. It's funny because I feel like saying, anybody have any questions? As if I'm a teacher with a student body in front of me. But if you do have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section, and I will get back to you probably within 1 or 2 days. Angel message level of relevancy. When it comes to the apex, there are levels of the angel message. So The apex, which is position 1, the very top one, is the major message. That's the one that is going to connect the most with you. That's the most important part of the message. That's the most important clarifier of the dream. Okay, so this one affects you the most. Now, then we have the moderate message, which sometimes I like to call the second major, because this one, to me, sometimes when I do it on myself, it can be just as major, connecting, just as big of a message as the apex, which is in the first position. Okay, but this is the way the angels did it, so that means that with their order, this is the second important. All right, then you probably guessed it by now, the minor message is in the third position, and that's of third importance. So it goes major message, moderate message, minor message. Okay, and I'm going to take this time right here to tell you what you're going to do is turn over you're going to work it one message at a time. Okay, so you're going to first work with the major message. You're going to turn over the top card. You're going to stop there, analyze that, get that message. Then you're going to do an energy snapshot for this, which is where the angels will show you the energy that connects with that message from the top card. So you're going to turn that over. Okay, and I have pictures below that we'll get into, just in case you're a little confused. But you will, at this point, you would turn over one card on top in that number 1 position, and that's your message. Then you're going to turn the entire stack of cards over the pile and look at the card that's on the very bottom, which is your energy, the energy that you're embodying that connects to that message. Okay, you're going to take in that message. Then you'll move on to the moderate message, and you'll do the same thing. You're going to just take one card from the top, turn it over. All right, that's your message. Then you're going to turn that pile over to view the bottom card, which is your energy that connects with that top card, which is your message. Then you're going to do the same exact thing with the minor message. Okay, the lower right card, you'll take only the card from the top, turn it over, that's your message. Then you're going to turn over the entire pile to see the energy that you are exuding, that or holding, that connects to that message, which is the top card. All right, like I said before, any questions you guys have, if by the end of this video, if it's not answered, please feel free to send that message right on in the comment section, and I'll get back to you within a day or two. Here is where I am going to give you a brief summary of the dream, because of course I'm using my own life for my own examples. That's how I write, and that's how I work. When I am giving examples, whether it be in an article I'm writing for my website, I use my own life. Whether it be giving you guys an example for how one of my original tarot spreads work, I'm using my own life. Okay, I'm not afraid to jump out there with my own life. Okay, get into it. I've been blessed. So, brief summary of the dreams, because I had dreams for 3 nights in a row and didn't understand the message. I am getting ready to invest in my marketing division, and I was asking Archangel Metatron for clarity and focus, and for it to be sent in my dreams. And what I got was confusing me. What I got, which I'm not going to go into details here, simply because in the article that I wrote about it, which I believe is like, probably about 3,000 words, in that article, I break it all the way down. And so if you want the details, please feel free to go to unapologeticallysage.com, and I'll have a link in the description box where you can read the entire article and get all the details that you want. Okay, because like I said before, I'm not shy. But here I'm gonna let you know that I did ask for clarity and priority, like exactly where to invest the money in for that would best serve the marketing purposes for my website. And so I got dreams that brought up old people that I had kind of ghosted because they were putting me down, insulting me, insulting my intelligence, putting my brand down. They were doubting me, basically trying to make me feel insecure about my entrepreneurship of creating a spiritual website. There were several people. Okay, that's what I'm gonna put it as. About several people, probably about 4, that doubted me, and in ways that were not like a friend. You know how you guys all have a friend who may want to sit up here and have a come to Jesus moment with you, but it's out of love. Well, no, it wasn't that. It was haterism is what it was. They was drinking haterade and trying to dim my light, and it didn't work. But when I saw that, it was beyond it wasn't someone coming to me as a genuine friend out of concern. When I saw that, then I just chose not to talk to them anymore, which it wasn't just that, but I'm focusing on that because this is what came up with my dream, and this is in relation to this tarot spread. So I'm not going to go into the other factors that were there that brought me to the conclusion to go ahead and just cut them out of my life, because I am one person who does cut out what doesn't serve me. But back to this tarot spread. So those were the dreams I was having. They were coming in my dreams, but the difference was in my dreams, I was telling them exactly why, quoting their words that they said, and how they kept doubting every good thing that I was doing. I'd reach a milestone and they just doubted it. I created that website from scratch all by myself. I didn't pay anybody to do it. And I have no background in web designing, but I did it, and it's been way over a year now and still going on strong. So I'm proud of myself. But as I was doing these creative processes and taking baby steps, there were a few people in my life who was just hating on me. And I just stopped talking to them. However, in the dream that I was having, the dreams, because it was 3 nights of dreams, each one of them came to me, and in my dream, I told them exactly how I felt. And it wasn't like I was cussing them out or telling them off. I was just stating the facts. This is what you said. This is what you did. You didn't support me. And for your information, I got it going on. My website has it going on right now. Okay. And then it was like, that was it. So I'd wake up, and for one, I'd be a little bothered that old people were in my dreams. I didn't understand that because I had been not spoken to these people with various ranges, some months, some years. I haven't spoken to them. So I'm like, why are they in my dreams, Lord? And then I was wondering, what does that have to do with my marketing? What does that have to do with my marketing? I wanted like clarity, focus, and what priority, which way should I go first? Because marketing is just such a wide range of opportunities when it comes to how you market your brand. So I just wanted some little bit of clarity on where to start first, because eventually it's gonna be everywhere. But anyway, I didn't see how that related. So I went ahead and pulled out the cards, and I brought out my Angel Apex Dream Clarifier tarot spread because I needed this to make sense. Archangel Metatron, I needed him to make it make sense. So the Apex card is the Emperor. And the basic point of the Emperor is moving forward in your endeavors. And of course, I just explained that this instantly related because, I am moving forward with my business. And a little bit more information about the Emperor is that he represents structure, order, and authority in your life. Moving forward in your endeavors, assertiveness and rationality will take you a long way. This is a yes card. Now let's take a look at the energy snapshot, which is the card underneath that deck. The energy card underneath the deck for the Emperor is none other than reversed Five of Swords. Making amends. An old wound has been opened. Now, okay, as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, Lord, okay. So further reading says, like I said, making amends, an old wound has been opened, bringing forth past resentments. You are ready to move forward in your life and create positive change. You aim to forgive and forget so you can move on. Bam. I was like, wow, okay. So now we're, as somebody said before, now we're cooking with grease. I'm like, okay, I get it now. All right. So I had to clear out that negative energy that I was embodying and I was holding in my auras and chakras of, kind of like look at me now type of thing, because I know they watching, the haters always watch you. That's just a given. And I guess subconsciously, because I don't think about them in any kind of capacity in my everyday life at all. And so that's why when I woke up from the dreams, I was bothered because I'm like, why are they old self up in my dreams and not talking about my marketing? And so it makes sense that, I'm on the right path and I want to move forward. And this card represents forgive and forget in order to move forward. So basically just, in my mind, because I don't have to, this is one thing that everybody needs to understand. You can forgive a person without having to communicate with them. Okay, you can forgive them through different ways. Write them a letter, don't send it. You can meditate, and forgive them. You can just forgive them. Make peace with it in your heart, because forgiveness is not for the other person. Forgiveness is for you. So I didn't realize that I hadn't forgiven them yet. But just the fact that when I woke up, I was irritated that they were even in my dreams, that's a sign that I had not forgiven them yet, And of course, no one asks for forgiveness. They don't even, these are just haters just walking around, just hating on folks, not even realizing that they're haters. So of course a hater doesn't ask you for forgiveness because they was hating on you. You know what I'm saying? They just continue to hate another day. That's how that works. But, so I had to do some meditation on clearing out my aura and forgiving and forgetting in order to start fresh and move forward in a positive light and not even have that in my subconscious, all the people who doubted me, So let's move right along to the moderate message. The moderate message is the star, okay? Which represents positive opportunities. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. A little more background of the star, which also is a major arcana, and the major message, the top of the deck, was the Emperor, which is also a major arcana. So this is wonderful because you are going to use the entire deck. So this is great. And the star represents a period of spiritual tranquility and positive opportunities, optimistic and serene. Okay, so this is a yes card. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. It can't get any better than this, or can it? All right, because we still have the minor to look at, but right now we are looking at the moderate message energy snapshot. That happens to be the sun. Yes, the sun upright was on the bottom of this deck, representing my energy. Manifestations of good fortune in your life. Come through, sun. Come through, sun. Okay. The sun, full of life, joy, and energy. It reveals positive achievements, successful endeavors, and overall manifestations of good fortune in your life. This also is a yes card. All right. So here I am getting the answers to my questions about marketing and any doubt that I had. okay? Because marketing can get expensive, you guys, all right? So that's why I meditated and called in my angels, and especially Archangel Metatron. He's one of the archangels that I connect most with. And because you want to get guidance. You don't want to just pour money into things frivolously, you know. And so I'm getting major arcanas. I'm getting yes cards. You know, it is coming up beautifully for me with this clarifying angel message for the dreams that I was having. Here we are at the minor message, which is the Ace of Swords in reverse. This one was funny to me. This one was funny to me because it was like my angels calling me out. The main point for the Ace of Swords in reverse is you are not willing to share your breakthrough idea. That is very true. That is very true, and that is very me. If you perhaps have watched the video Who Am I that I have pinned on my YouTube channel, I just come straight out and let you guys know that I am a Scorpio sun, Capricorn rising, and with that being said, back to the reversed Ace of Swords, you are not willing to share your breakthrough idea. I am a very private person, and no, I haven't told a single soul yet that I am prepared to invest in the marketing division of my brand. I am very private, and I have ideas. I do, which I'm not going to, you know, I mean, this is a lot for me. I'm sharing the fact that this is something that I'm getting ready to do, an endeavor I'm getting ready to take on. So that is a step forward with me sharing. However, exactly which way and how and when and all this kind of stuff, no, that's still a secret. But this just made me laugh because a lot of people say that I am quiet and secretive, and it's not that I really agree necessarily. The way that I feel is everything that I do is on a need to know basis. So if you don't need to know, then you won't. And that's all that it is. And then when I tell you, I'm going to come in like Biggie and say, and if you don't know, now you know. But right now, I mean, it's on a need to know basis. So you don't need to know all the ins and outs and what I'm about to do. You'll know my next step when I take it. That's the way that my mind operates. So it was just funny to me when this card came out in reverse, with the main point being you are not willing to share your breakthrough idea. Certainly not. I'm not. But let's read. Let me give you guys a little bit more background on it. A breakthrough idea is emerging within you, and you're not willing to share it just yet. You are exploring how best to manifest it in the external world. Give yourself time and space to manifest, meditate, and clear your mind so you can birth this idea in the most effective way. Now, if that ain't me and what I'm doing, I don't know what is. That's very much what I'm doing. That's very much the stage that I'm at. And then I kind of wondered, you know, why it was in the minor. And this refers back to what I was saying earlier, how the messages, even though there's a major, a moderate, and a minor, it's 1, 2, 3 of importance, they all can be the same, importance. Like it could be the split of a hair as to why they are in position 1, 2, and 3. Because this one is just, even though it's the minor message, it's just as important as the other 2 messages. Okay, so in my case, honestly, these are just the split of the hair, because like my first message was definitely talking about forgiving and forgetting and having a clean slate in order to move forward. That's what the Emperor was telling me. You know, everything looks good, but the energy was saying, how about you go ahead and forgive and forget and be lighter? You know what I'm saying? Like cleanse all that old energy out, old resentments and stuff, all them old haters, clear it all out, and then be the strong Emperor. You'll emerge as the strong Emperor who you are. You know, then the next message was the star, which was basically telling me, it came with the star and the sun. Okay, again, that's a total of 3 major arcanas right there. And that was telling me that, opportunities are presenting themselves because your energy is manifesting these opportunities. So go ahead and take them. Beautiful message. That's just as important to me as the major message. Then here we have the reverse Ace of Swords, which is telling me in my face that I'm not willing to share my breakthrough ideas. So yes, I can see how that's not as important as Emperor and the Star. However, this message is in here for some reason. They're bringing my attention to that. And so let's go ahead and look at the energy, all right? Because that kind of the energy connected to it will clarify this further. The bottom of the deck brings 3 of Cups in the upright position. And this card says celebrating success in various aspects of your life. That's the energy that I'm bringing forth that connects with that reverse Ace of Swords. It also says loving celebrations and close relationships. All right. So let me read a little background and then we're going to go back to the loving celebrations and close relationships. So 3 of Cups represents abundance of love and joy, happy gatherings, celebrations, and success in various aspects of your life. Okay, so, and it is a yes card. So now let me address the loving celebration and close relationships. That is shining light on the fact that I am really in and have been in the last 2 years cleanup mode. Whatever doesn't serve me, I am ridding myself from it. All right. So what I'm able to see now is the way that I did it by just not speaking to those people ever again, and not giving them a reason why. That was not the right way to do it necessarily. I should have done it a different way. And so because I did it that way, it seems to kind of come back and haunt me a little bit because, I was told in the very first Apex energy card that I need to forgive and forget in order to move forward. So that came back that way. Now, this loving celebrations and close relationships, there is going to be a point where, I am going to be celebrating my success, and I only want the people around me whom I have close relationships with, who genuinely love me and are happy for me. Okay, so that's where that's coming from. When it comes to celebrating my success, I am only going to allow people in my circle who genuinely love me, genuinely encouraged me, genuinely are happy for me and my success. All right, those are the only close relationships I want. And those are the only people who I will let in my circle of celebrating and, my success. Other than that, kick rocks. Point blank, period. So there you have it. I broke my dream all the way down and how it actually did connect, although I did not see it in the very beginning when I was having the dream. I was waking up like, why you put someone in my dream? Why you put someone in my dream? But like I said, one common thing that I had with those dreams and those people, each one and each time I told them how I felt. It was like and then I did wake up feeling a little lighter. And again, you can get all the details from breaking down the dreams and me breaking down the difference of clarifying a dream and interpreting a dream. And I give a lot of information about not only this clarifier, but receiving messages from your angels in your dreams. It's a beautiful article, and that link will be down in the description box below. I encourage you to go check it out. If you have any questions about your dreams and how they connect, you can also get personal readings from me, dream readings specifically, and that information is below, will be below in the description box. And let's see. So when I said, let's see, I was going to say, let's see what's next. What's next is that the video is at the end already. I've had a good time making this video because it just pounded in my angel message over and over and over, and it was absolutely beautiful and on point as usual. So my sages, I ask you all the time at the end of the video, if you like what you heard, go ahead and click like and subscribe. And that way I'll know that you like it, and then I can bring you more videos to your liking. All right. But the only way I'm going to know is if you click like. All right. And don't hesitate to subscribe and support me. Check out more Tales of Tarot at unapologeticallysage.com.